guys, it's your girl Naijakhloe and welcome back to my channel. To all my new first subscribers and first time watchers, please make sure you put your notification bell so you can know whenever your girl posts a new vlog, which I do bi-weekly. So today's vlog is a sit down and talk with me. It's part of one of my new series or segments I'm doing on the channel, which is called Naijakhloe's Corner. And with Naijakhloe's Corner, we have a wonderful story time. It could be a story about me, or it could be a story about somebody that I know or that you may know. So if you want to share a story on Naijakhloe's Corner, you just have to email me at cmasialo@gmail.com. I'll put the email in the description box below, and you share with me a story and we will talk about it during Naijakhloe's Corner. And for this segment, it's just a moment of us sharing and learning from each other, because we can all learn something new, learn from other people's experience. The best way to learn from something is through other people's mistakes, and so you don't have to go through them your own. So I have my tea mug ready because I'm going to be sharing you some tea today. And what better way to start Naijakhloe's Corner than to tell you a story about me and how I almost got swindled by the Naija Swindler. So get your tea, get your coffee, get your wine if you need to, sister girl, and let's get started. All right, so I don't know if many of you have heard or watched. There is a series on Netflix right now called The Tinder Swindler, and it's a popular documentary that's on Netflix right now. You can check it out yourself. But I heard about The Tinder Swindler from my two best friends because they both watched it. I never watched it, but they told me about it. So when they told me about it, it sounded so familiar. It sounded like it hit home. But I went to go watch the trailer. I went on YouTube and saw like different clips from the series, from the movie. I went to watch interviews about some of the characters on there. And this is a true story. The Tinder Swindler was about how one man was able to swindle millions, thousands of dollars from 3 women. So of course, the first thing people want to do is judge and make judgments about how could those women be so stupid? Oh my God, they must be gold diggers. Oh my, that would never happen to me. But baby girl, sister girl, it happens to the best of us, and it happened to me. So I'm going to share with you on Naijakhloe's Corner how I got swindled by the Naija Swindler. And these women were just like me at the time when it happened to me, because this happened to me, I would say maybe 6-7 years ago. And they were educated women. They had good jobs going for them, but they needed something more. So the thing about these swindlers, and some of you guys may know them, or you've never had me, because I've never really shared the story with anybody, because like these women, you feel ashamed. You feel like people are going to judge you. But at the end of the day, it happens to the best of us. And I'm not a stupid woman. I'm not a very stupid woman. But like I said, what these swindlers do, they know how to reach out to women's vulnerabilities. They prey on your vulnerabilities. They prey on your self-esteem, your self-confidence. They know how to fish you out and in what they can get away with. But with my story, it was nothing but God's grace, an act of mercy that saved me. I met this swindler, like I said, 6-7 years ago. And it was after my first marriage. I was a single mom and I was looking for extra income, right? And I didn't want something that would take me out of my home, because I had a young one and I wanted to be there for her, right? So I started going into a business called Scentsy, and I was selling like smell goods, candles, warmers. I still sell them till today because I love smell goods. So I have my Scentsy website. So on that website, people can go on there and order things. So this swindler, mind you, sent me an email because people can email your page directly. They sent me an email talking about how interested they were in ordering some products. But the thing about it is they're having issues with their bank card, so they can't order directly online. They were wondering if they could wire me wire me the money, or find a way to get the money to me through PayPal and PayPal wire. And like I said, it was a while back ago, so I'm not really quite sure the details, but I'm just giving you the logistics of it all. So I was like, sure, what do you want? And they ordered at least like $500-600 worth of things. And I was like, oh my God, I was happy because I was just getting started. This was going to be a huge sale because it was a commission-based sale. So I was like, this is great. Awesome. Let's work. So on my profile on that page, you can see my picture. So I guess the guy was interested in my picture. So he now started sending me on Google, on Gmail, they have a little thing called Hangout. It's like a chat and almost like Yahoo Messenger. So people can send you guys can chat with each other. So that's how me and this guy were chatting. How was your day? Don't worry, when I get some money, it's coming. He had this whole facade of a life. And then he sent me pictures of himself. And in the pictures, he was a nice, good looking, mid-40s older man. Looked Hispanic. I tried to go back on the page to see if I still had some of the messages and things, but I didn't, because I was going to show you guys how just by looking at him, he looked like a good catch. And like I said, I was in a vulnerable state of mind. I was out of a relationship, a divorce, separated. I was lonely. And this guy, I wouldn't say he preyed on it, but I was looking for attention. I was looking for somebody to conversate with. Yes, I had girlfriends. And yeah, at that time, there was really nobody around that I was dating that was giving me that. So it's like, hey, no harm done. We can chat. And this how chatting from just what he wanted to order came to how's your day going, sharing things about his family, me sharing some things. Like we were, in my mind, I never thought, oh, I'm being catfished. I never thought it. It was like, I'm just chatting. It's nothing harmless. But when you start chatting with people, you start open up, you start to get connected. So like I said, he sent me pictures, and then you're like, we live in a society. How come we never talked? Now, this is where like I said, preying on your vulnerability, you can believe anything the person says. Now that I think about it, I'm like, man, Constance, how gullible, how in a gullible state of mind were you for you to believe the story he told me? Guys, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me as the reason why he can't. Sorry, the mailman's coming. I'm wondering if it's a package for me. But how gullible. I was asking, like, why can't we talk? Do you have a cell phone number? I would love to talk to you. Something in my mind was telling me, but I didn't put two and two together. He said the reason why he couldn't call him on the phone was because he's deaf. I said, you deaf? He's like, yes, that he had a sickness, an infection, and it ended up messing up with his hearing. When he tried to get surgery done to it, the surgery didn't work, and it caused him to lose his hearing. So he can't hear. So I'm like, what's wrong with your video? Like, why can't you video? We lived in a technology world at that time where you could video people. Something was wrong with his phone, his camera. He was waiting for his daughter to get him. And he's like, he had older kids. He was waiting for one of his daughters to help him get a new phone. Like I said, that sounds stupid. You're like, Constance, I know you didn't believe that story. Naijakhloe, girl, I know you didn't believe that story, Naijakhloe. I know you weren't that gullible, that vulnerable. But yes, I was. Yes, I was. And you're sitting there, you judging. I see you judging me, saying, girl, you must be stupid. He wouldn't have sold me with that. But like I said, it's easier said than done. It's easy to say you're dumb, you're stupid, but if you were in a vulnerable state of mind like I was, where you had this man who looks good looking and he's giving you attention. I had money. I had a good job. But I didn't have my self-worth at that time. I didn't think I was good enough for any man to even want to look at after going through the type of separation and relationship I was. I was at the lowest of lows. And here I am with a 2-3-year-old daughter who I really couldn't talk to. And you had your friends who were married, living their best lives. And here you are. You didn't know where you fit in. That was my state of mind. And I had this Caucasian man who was handsome, had a little Sean Connery salt and pepper look to him. And here he was giving me attention daily. But I went along with the story. I went along with it. And this happened for about 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. And then it came down to where I was like, okay, no, when are we going to do the sale? Finalize it. And he was like, okay, within 2 days, I'm going to send you, I'm going to have my accountant wire you a check. And once the check hits your account, this is the address here that I want you to send it to. I want you to send it to my sister's house. An address here in America, send it to my sister's house, and the goods would go there, and then the money should clear to you. So send it, and then the money should clear. I forgot what happened to how I was. So luckily, what my saving grace was, let me tell you my saving grace. So like I said, this went on for about 2 or 3 weeks. I started feeling for the guy and everything, was hoping that one day we could meet and things, you know, and lo and behold, God had mercy on me. There was an email that the corporate for the company that I worked for, at the time, they sent me an email, and the email said that we should be careful for there's people out there, men out there who are, you know, reaching out to sale consultants saying they want to buy things, that we should be careful that these men are doing fraud and they're going. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, this can't be the same thing. This can't be the real guy. It can't be him. I don't think he's doing this to me. Still being naive. The naive Becky, the naive Nancy. That's what I was doing. And then so I was chatting with him, and I sent him a message. I was like, hey, at this time I was already about to order the thing. I was just about to order it. And he sent me a snapshot of the wire. Like I said, this is how these people are. I didn't even know people could. There was a way that he was going to wire me the money or through PayPal, and it was going to look like it was there and I received it. And then the next thing you know, he can withdraw it. So I've already sent out the goods. So how it works is I would have already, if it wasn't for the warnings that I was getting at this moment, I would have shipped out these goods thinking that, okay, he's showing me the money. It hasn't showed that it's cleared yet. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get the money in about a day or two. Let me, out of good faith, send this person these products. And then when the money clears, we're all good. But saving grace happened. Y'all, guess what happened? So I decided things just wasn't making sense after about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And when I got this email from corporate, I decided to I was just sending him a message like, hi, you know, letting him know more about myself, how I'm Nigerian, how in my faith I go to this, you know, because he was like, you go to church a lot. So I was explaining to him my church. Man, thank God for Cherubim and Seraphim. Hey, people confess. So this guy decides, he tells me one day, I need to tell you something. This is a long story short because I don't want to go into details. I don't want to make this long. I said, I need to tell you something. And I said, what? He goes, I'm going to call you. I said, you going to call me? I thought your phone was messed up, sir. How are you going to call me? And how can you hear me? He said he wanted to call me. I was like, okay, call me, sir. He called me on Hangout, on the messenger. And guess who I saw on the other end? I saw Bayo. His name wasn't really Bayo, but I saw an African, dog-faced, black-eyed, yellow African man, Nigerian to be exact, staring at me. And he looked so ashamed of himself. He couldn't believe. And I'm just like, is this really you? Like, my mouth dropped. I couldn't believe that a fellow Nigerian was about to scam me. And that was the saving grace. I kid you not. God's saving grace. 2 things made his heart change. 1, when he found that I was Nigerian. Because he told me, because I couldn't do this to you. I couldn't do it to my fellow Nigerian sister. We're all out here trying to make it. The second thing that got him was when he found out the type of church I went to. He goes, I know you're a church in Nigeria. You guys' prayers I was like, so you didn't want me to pray for you, eh? You didn't want me to pray, get on my knees and pray. What do you mean you want me to do that, right? So, long story short, I didn't lose my money. I didn't send out the goods to the person. He got a change of heart. He confessed. But the funny thing afterwards, not even funny, he still wanted us to be friends afterwards. He had the audacity to keep sending me messages and chatting with me and wanting us to be friends and hoping one day I would meet him. And he had a whole gang of the guy was young. Like, he had to be in his early 20s, 21, 22, in a house full of other guys, young guys, and this is what they do all day. Now, I don't blame, I'm like, you know what? The society that our country was in makes people do a lot of stupid things. But long story short, I just wanted to come and share this story with you because it's easy. If you haven't seen The Tinder Swindler, go watch it. But I want you to now watch it after seeing this video and not have a judgment of these women are stupid or how can they be so gullible or how I would have known. No, you never know what you would do. You don't know. Because unlike me, these women actually went out to see this guy. They were actually invited to the country where he lived in. He actually took them to these high expensive 5-star restaurants and these nice hotels. He was spending money on them first before he now started getting what he wanted for them. Unlike my situation, I just wanted time and attention. So imagine this guy showing you time and attention, and now he's now backing it up, and you believe this is real. You won't want to let that go. So, in honor of National Women's Month, let's not be so judgmental on our fellow women. All my ladies out there, even men, don't be so judgmental of women in certain situations because you never know what you're going to do when you're put in a certain situation. Not everyone's blessed with a fairy tale relationship or has that support system. Some women just get wound up in things because we're emotional beings. But I just wanted to share with you guys on the first story of Khloe's Corner, Naijakhloe Khorner, that a story about me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned from it. Comment below. Have you seen The Tinder Swindler? What are your comments about it? Were you one of those people that were judging the women at first? Do you have sympathy for them now? I would just love to hear. And like I said, if you want to share a story with me, and then we can do it on the next segment at Khloe's Closet. Khloe's Corner, I said Naijakhloe's Closet. That's my website. Khloe's Corner. Email me at cmacielo@gmail.com. And I can't wait to hear your comments. And y'all don't be too hard on me. I know. It was stupid of me, but I hope you can understand where I was coming from. So, have a good one. Like I say, make sure you like and subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you next time.